Archangel Michael says, "What is hidden in the dark always finds a way to the surface. This time, it concerns your daughter, and the truth cannot wait any longer. Something has been unfolding behind your back, slowly, carefully, but with dangerous precision. You've been sensing something isn't right, but today, that buried intuition will finally be proven true in the most shocking way. She's been smiling, living, breathing near you, but there is something she hasn't been able to tell you. Not because she doesn't want to, but because she's terrified that if she does, everything will change." And Archangel Michael says, "This message is your final call to step in before something irreversible happens. A hidden operation, a silent procedure, is being arranged in your daughter's name without your full awareness. This isn't just about medicine, it's about manipulation, control, and a betrayal that started weeks ago. The person she trusted the most is part of it, and that's what will hurt you the deepest. You were meant to find this message now, because time is slipping like sand in a broken hourglass. She is being prepped emotionally, told half-truths, and made to believe she's doing the right thing. But the ones behind it have a darker intention, and your intervention is the only divine disruption that can stop this." Type Amen to get blessing 333. Her name is being registered in a medical file. But the real motive is masked. It's not about healing, it's about extracting something from her, something valuable. They've found a way to exploit a loophole, and your daughter is the innocent center of it all. She's walking around, unaware that her steps are being watched. Someone close to the family, someone whose face you see often, is involved, and they've kept their silence too perfectly, almost as if rehearsed. You're not paranoid. That strange call she received last week? It wasn't random. It was part of a chain reaction meant to lead her into that operation room. She's been told she must go for a checkup, but what they are calling a checkup is not what it seems. Behind the doors, behind the gloves and masks, there's a secret arrangement being orchestrated. It involves two institutions, one masked as a medical center and the other as a donation registry. Type Amen to get blessing 474. Archangel Michael says, "This is not the time to delay or brush off the urgency. She is your blood, your divine gift, and heaven is screaming for your attention." Even her dreams lately have been filled with warning signs, but no one around her is interpreting them right. She told a friend that she keeps seeing lights and cold hands in her sleep. That is not imagination, that is a prophetic warning. But everyone laughed, called it stress, or ignored it altogether. Heaven says if you do not act within the next 48 hours, access will be granted for something you would never allow. She will sign something, thinking it's safe, but it's not. And that signature will allow someone to tamper with her body in a way that leaves permanent scars. The man involved in this pretends to be kind. He is older, well-dressed, and always smiling. He uses terms like, "It's just a minor procedure, nothing invasive," and, "It's for her own good." But his soul is hollow, and his interest is not in her wellness, but what he can extract from her identity. Type Amen to get blessing 587. There is a transaction already waiting in queue. A foreign buyer is involved, waiting for a specific match, and your daughter was selected. But not by fate. By someone who uploaded her information without consent, that DNA test kit she took 3 months ago. It was not anonymous as they claimed. Her blood was stored, registered, and flagged for compatibility with a patient you've never even heard of. This is not conspiracy, it is confirmation. Archangel Michael says divine eyes have been monitoring everything, and now the time for truth has come. There is a shadow network involved in experimental operations, and your daughter was flagged as eligible. This system preys on silence. They move quietly, waiting for the perfect moment when guardians are distracted. But today, you are not distracted, you are divinely alerted. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Call her. Ask her about any upcoming appointments. She may hesitate to tell you because someone told her, "Don't worry your parent, they'll overreact." She trusts you, but she's trying to be strong. She thinks this is something she must do alone, but what she doesn't realize is that her strength right now must come from family, not strangers in white coats. There is a nurse who knows the truth. She's been hesitant. Her badge reads, Simone, and she is your divine whistleblower in disguise. She has left a hint, a handwritten note tucked inside your daughter's jacket pocket. If you search today, you will find it. It only says 4 words, check the blue file. Type Amen to get blessing 882. That file holds the entire arrangement, dates, names, donors, and 1 payment slip. What's shocking is that the form shows consent already checked. But your daughter hasn't even read the document in full. Someone else is forging small details, someone else is taking advantage of her trust. And that person is dangerously close to your household. He is not who he says he is, he wears 2 faces, one for your family and one for the facility. But Archangel Michael says heaven has removed the mask in this message, and his soul is trembling already. You must act, not tomorrow. Not later. Today. Type Amen to get blessing 928. There are coded names in the file to throw you off. But heaven has exposed the real operation name. Dahlia Transfer Protocol, that's the one to look for when you make the call or walk into that facility. Ask for it calmly, like you already know what it is. That alone will cause fear in them. They'll know you're not just another parent, they'll know heaven has intervened. Someone from their admin staff will try to offer you a false alternative. They may say it's cancelled already or that you're mistaken. Do not believe them. The real appointment is off the official calendar. It's been scheduled under a closed case transfer, hidden from public logs, but your daughter's name is inked on it. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. She is safe only if you speak now. This is not just about a single operation. It's about reclaiming control over her autonomy and future. It's about tearing apart the web that was carefully spun without your knowledge. You were chosen to receive this divine alert because your heart is strong enough to confront it. Not every parent would believe this message, but you were born with spiritual sight. You can feel truth vibrating in your bones when others ignore it. Archangel Michael says, you were chosen not only to be her parent but her protector in realms both seen and unseen, and this operation was meant to silence something divine inside her, her gift. She carries light that they want to suppress, and this physical intervention was designed to dim it. She's been getting more intuitive. She's seeing things, hearing whispers, and even predicting tiny events before they happen. That is no accident, her divine gifts are waking up. Type Amen to get blessing 1133. They want to correct something in her body. But what they're targeting is the very gateway of her spiritual ability. They're using medical words to disguise what is truly energetic interference. Heaven says protect her third eye. There's a frequency test they're running that appears as neurological balance assessment. But it's not about the brain, it's about disrupting the divine signals she's receiving. She is more connected to the angelic realm than anyone knows. Even you haven't fully seen what she's capable of yet. But they have, and that's why they're scared, so they're disguising their fear in surgical masks. They're hiding their attack in polite forms and protocols. But this message is the sword that cuts through their deception. Type Amen to get blessing 1199. She doesn't need surgery. She needs clarity, divine protection, and someone to believe her, and now you know, you can't unsee this truth. The location of the facility is in an area you wouldn't expect, clean, shiny, even advertised as a wellness retreat. But underneath that beauty is a silent trade in spiritual suppression. She was recruited for more than just tests. They saw potential and wanted to reshape it. But heaven says no. Her light will not be tampered with, her soul path cannot be rewritten. Type Amen to get blessing 1227. She's already hearing your concern in her spirit. Before you speak to her, she'll feel it. And the moment you confirm the truth, she'll cry, not from fear, but relief that someone finally sees. Stay near her for the next 3 days. Watch for anyone who insists on taking her alone. Do not allow it. Your daughter has something to do on this earth that only she can fulfill. This operation was sent to distract her path. But now you are awakened, and heaven stands by your side. Type Amen to get blessing 1333. Archangel Michael says, there are forces trembling right now because you saw this message just in time. They didn't expect this divine intervention. They never imagined you would be spiritually armed and alerted before the signature was finalized. As soon as you begin to speak your truth and ask questions, their masks will fall. They have trained for lies, not for bold truth, and the light you carry will disrupt the dark frequency operating behind their polished smiles. Your daughter may not know how to express it, but her soul is already relieved. She has been feeling trapped, unable to speak clearly about what she's sensing. Even her body has begun to resist, headaches, fatigue, sudden anxiety around places she used to enjoy. Type Amen to get blessing 1441. Watch her behavior. She might say she's fine, but her energy will say otherwise. She's been waking up at strange hours, seeing symbols, or hearing whispers of warnings in her dreams. This is not imagination. It is spiritual technology activating. And the operation they're planning is meant to sever her from that divine link. Heaven says, go now and ask for the hospital file in person, don't call. Don't email. Because when you arrive unannounced, they can't hide what's in the drawer, they'll be shocked. They might delay, ask you to wait, but don't leave. Demand it. There will be a white folder with a red tab. That's where your daughter's record and that secret authorization form is hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 1555. You will see a name on the file, Dr. Elian D. This person is the one who authorized the operation. He is not what he appears to be. He claims to be a specialist in adolescent diagnostics, but he is tied to an underground registry for experimental candidates. He filters spiritual children and offers them to external partners. The moment you speak this name aloud in the facility, 2 staff members will go silent. They know who he is. They've seen what he's done, but fear keeps them quiet. You are protected. Speak boldly. Heaven will go before you and behind you. Type Amen to get blessing 1666. Even if they try to block you, there is one divine loophole: the security guard at the main desk. He's older, tall, and has a limp in one leg. He will recognize your urgency and let you in, because he has a daughter too. Whisper these words to him: I need access to the Dahlia Red Tab file. He will not hesitate. Because his own family was almost involved in the same system 2 years ago. Your daughter's life is about to be rewritten, not through pain, but protection. Because you stood up when most would have stayed silent. Because you obeyed this warning from the realm of light, Archangel Michael says what they meant for harm will now be exposed on a much larger scale. This is not just about your daughter. It's about a pattern, about other families being targeted the same way. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. You'll receive a call soon, from a blocked number. They'll claim to be a medical advisor, offering a second opinion, but they're not. It's bait. Do not fall for it. Do not agree to meet them. They are part of the group trying to relocate your daughter's case. Block the number immediately. Take a screenshot and save it. It will become part of the evidence heaven is collecting for divine justice. After this, a woman will try to meet you, someone you've seen before but never suspected. She may come as a friend, but she is part of the distraction. She has been receiving silent instructions to keep you mentally off track. Type Amen to get blessing 1888. You must strengthen your inner circle. Only speak to those who feel peaceful in your spirit, not just in words. Let no one else know what you've uncovered until your daughter is fully safe. Do not tell even extended family right now. Because someone among them passed along your daughter's private health detail weeks ago. Yes, a betrayal, a woman with short hair, someone who often visits just to check in. She accessed your home once and snapped a photo of your daughter's test report. That was the beginning of the chain. You will recognize her guilt when you confront her. She'll look down, stutter, and deny. But heaven has already marked her role in this. She thought you'd never find out. Type Amen to get blessing 1999. But today is the divine unveiling. No plan formed against your daughter will prosper now. You've intercepted the trap before it could fully close. Now comes the phase of full removal. After retrieving the file and confronting the center, you must file a divine restriction, visit a spiritual advisor or prayer intercessor within 24 hours. Cover your daughter with words of protection. Seal her name in light, speak aloud that no spiritual tampering will be allowed from this moment on. And most of all, hug her. Hold her tightly and tell her she is protected, because even though she doesn't know all the details yet, she will feel it in her spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 2111. She will begin to sleep better, her energy will calm. The dreams of fear will turn into visions of clarity. You'll see a change in her eyes, clarity, brightness, and trust, because she will know that someone finally stood up for her when it mattered the most. That someone is you. Heaven is already setting up her future path. The chaos was sent to block her gift. But now her destiny will activate stronger than ever. You may even find she develops healing gifts, like energy restoration, dreams that reveal truth, or emotional discernment. It's part of her soul contract. She is not ordinary. She is called. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. And for you, the parent who didn't turn away, there is a blessing. You will be given divine insight from now on. You'll start to receive internal nudges before danger arrives. Your ears will start to tingle when something is off. You'll feel heat on your skin when a lie is being told near you. These are divine senses awakening. This isn't just the end of a danger. It is the beginning of your family's spiritual upgrade. The chains meant to bind her have been broken. Now comes restoration. Now comes spiritual growth. Now comes the flood of divine protection around your home. Type Amen to get blessing 2333. Take this moment and speak these words aloud. My daughter is sealed in divine protection. No shadow shall touch her destiny. Speak it even if she's sleeping. The words will reach her spirit. Watch how light floods your home. Watch how peace returns. Watch how your daughter begins to shine in ways she never dared before. You have done the hardest part, hearing the truth, believing it, and acting fast. Now the divine reward is coming. Nothing can stop what God has planned next. This was not just a message. It was your appointment with divine purpose. And you answered it. Type Amen to get blessing 2444. Archangel Michael says, from this moment forward, your daughter is no longer a target, she is a torch. The very light they tried to smother is now blazing stronger than ever before, and because you stood between her and the shadows. Heaven has inscribed a new chapter for your family. You may begin to notice small miracles, misplaced items appearing when needed, doors opening without explanation, or sudden peace flowing in tense rooms. These are not coincidences, these are divine affirmations that the battle was not just fought, but won. Now, those who plotted will begin to unravel. Their secrets will leak out through unlikely mouths. One of them, overwhelmed by guilt, will confess in a whisper to someone you'd never expect. Type Amen to get blessing 2555. This confession will come through a voicemail, an overheard conversation, or even an anonymous message. It will shake you, but it will also confirm everything you already knew deep down. Use it not for revenge, but for protection and closure. Your daughter will also begin to sense changes in her intuition. She may touch objects and feel emotions that are not hers. She may predict things minutes before they happen. Guide her gently, don't rush her understanding. Let her develop at her own pace, in a space filled with trust, love, and divine grounding. You've become her guardian in the spiritual realm, not just the physical. You now hold a sword of light by your side, forged by divine courage and fierce love. Wield it wisely. Type Amen to get blessing 2666. Now that the danger is over, new doors will appear. Her education path may shift. She may receive opportunities that look random. But they are heaven's rerouting. One offer will come from someone you don't recognize at first. But something in their voice will feel deeply familiar. That's because they've been sent by divine instruction to support your daughter. Next mission, she's not meant for a quiet life. Her voice carries frequency. Her presence shifts atmospheres, and you, because you listened to this message, will be part of her unfolding greatness. People will wonder how you knew what to do. They won't understand it was never logic, it was spiritual obedience. Type Amen to get blessing 2777. Prepare her gently for the truth. She doesn't need every dark detail, but she needs to know that someone tried to manipulate her destiny and failed. This truth will make her stronger. It will help her sense danger earlier in the future, and it will awaken a spiritual strength inside her that cannot be taught, only earned. You will begin to see changes in her words, her attitude, and even the way she walks. She will carry herself like someone who has crossed a fire and survived, because she has. That fire was silent, invisible, and planned by those who never imagined divine intervention would arrive. But it did, and it came through you. Type Amen to get blessing 2888. You will receive confirmation within 3 days. It will come in a subtle form, a dream, a conversation, or a sudden knowing in your spirit. Mark that moment. It is your divine receipt. You might also receive apologies from those who didn't believe you or thought you were overreacting. Accept them with grace. But never hand over your discernment again. Keep your spiritual armor on. Because the world needs more parents like you, those who act before it's too late. Those who hear God's voice louder than man's lies. Archangel Michael says, your reward is not just protection, it's spiritual legacy. Your daughter will carry what you did for the rest of her life. She will pass this strength to her children one day. Type Amen to get blessing 2999. You have broken a chain that many generations before you could not. What almost harmed her has now activated your bloodline's divine reversal. The curses are lifted. The path is clean. You may find yourself crying for no reason soon. Let the tears flow. They are sacred. They are healing. You'll feel waves of peace wash over you at random moments. That's heaven confirming your alignment. That's the realm of light saying, well done. Your daughter's room will begin to feel brighter. She may even wake up saying she saw light around you. That is real. That is the angelic confirmation. Type Amen to get blessing 3111. A new guardian angel has been assigned to your household, one specifically trained in protection, healing, and warfare against spiritual interference. His presence will be subtle but powerful. You may feel heat in the back of your neck. You may hear ringing in one ear when danger is close. These are not physical issues, they are divine alerts. Train yourself to listen, not to fear, but to notice. Because what you went through was not just for her, it was your awakening too. She is not broken, she is chosen. And now, so are you. Chosen to lead, protect, and carry light into dark places. Type Amen to get blessing 3222. Speak this aloud as a final seal, no harm shall touch my child. All deception around her has been shattered. I claim her life for light, love, and divine fulfillment. Now rest. Not because the world is safe, but because heaven has stationed its warriors at your door. You will hear your daughter laugh differently now. Deeper, freer, whole. And that sound will be your confirmation that this battle has turned into blessing. You have saved more than just her body, you saved her destiny. God is proud of you. Heaven stands applauding. And Archangel Michael now stands guard by your family's side. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. The police got a tip from a woman and are coming to arrest you because the night has grown eerily silent, but something unseen is moving toward your name. A woman has whispered your name into a phone call that changed everything. In the next few hours, your address is being circled, your records are being pulled, and you don't even know the file they've built. Archangel Michael says, you are walking through time unaware that someone is leading danger to your door. A tip was sent to the local department, and it contains something that will shock you. A file has been forged, part true, part lie, but built cleverly enough to demand action from the authorities. The woman who did it is someone you've known for years but never truly understood. Her motive is not just revenge but to trap your soul in fear. She has told the police that your actions have harmed her and now they believe a story far from truth. Her words were cold, calculated, rehearsed in a mirror before she spoke. Her fake tears convinced a junior officer to listen, and that officer passed the report along. Now, behind closed doors, your name is moving across screens and into the hands of those who wear the badge. Type Amen to get blessing 333. She mentioned an incident that you barely remember, something small, insignificant, but twisted into something massive. That's how darkness works, stretching shadows from things that were never meant to become monsters. She added a timeline that sounds logical, but it is built on fear, not fact. There is a room right now with two officers discussing whether they need a warrant or if they can just knock. The plan is already in motion. If you don't take spiritual cover now, you will not be ready for the sound of that doorbell. Archangel Michael says this is not about guilt, it's about jealousy, power, and distraction. She has watched your rise and felt threatened by it. Her mission is to stop your blessings before they bloom fully. She mentioned your name 3 times in the report. Each time, she added a false emotion to support the lie. She practiced that tone of voice, desperate but controlled. Like a seasoned actress who wants one final standing ovation. Type Amen to get blessing 979. You may have felt something strange last night, like the air was watching you. That was no imagination, it was the beginning of this trap. She has been feeding the police her version for 3 nights, piece by piece, as if dripping poison into their hands. They now have a folder labeled with your name in red. The color is no accident, it marks, potentially dangerous. That woman called someone she knows in that department, and that's what makes this serious. She has connections. Her cousin's ex works at the station. Her brother once served with one of the senior officers. These are not just lies being spoken. They are being believed. Archangel Michael says, protection must be called upon before their tires roll down your lane. This is the moment where truth must speak louder than forged evidence. She has counted on your silence to make her version the only one heard. Type Amen to get blessing 444. There is a specific photo she gave them, claiming it proves something, but the photo was edited, cropped to remove the context and painted with fake meaning. They believe it's you doing wrong, but it was you helping someone. She found that photo in your old cloud account and used someone to retrieve it. This isn't just betrayal, it's digital violation. they'll show you the image as evidence. And your heart will shatter seeing what they turned it into. The woman has made herself a victim, but she's the one orchestrating the storm. Her real fear is your breakthrough. She saw what's coming for you and wanted to erase your peace before it reached you. The enemy works through those closest to you because that's where the trust hides. Someone you trust deeply knows about this plan but hasn't warned you. Fear silenced them, or maybe they are involved too. This conspiracy is layered, and only heaven can reveal the entire web. Type Amen to get blessing 222. A car is circling your neighborhood now. It's not random. That is the detective sent to confirm your location and activity. They are not just watching your home, they're observing your patterns. The woman said you keep something illegal in a box in your room. But the truth is, it's just an old package from someone deceased. She is trying to use your memories as weapons. The accusations sound believable only to those who want to believe it. And sadly, the system sometimes acts first and apologizes later. That is why divine timing is important now. This is not just legal, it's spiritual. Archangel Michael says, your name carries spiritual protection, but if you delay calling for help, you will experience a moment of injustice. This woman has planned this for 3 weeks. It began after your last blessing arrived. Type Amen to get blessing 818. You were blessed, and she felt left behind. That's when her envy began to boil. She thought about how to ruin your peace, and she decided to bring down your image. She copied your signature and put it on a fake document. She added a note suggesting you made threats to her. That note is now in their hands, written in a font they believe is yours. She has even rehearsed her breakdown moment in front of police, where she will cry and say she feared for her safety. Her performance is designed to shake those in the room emotionally. Even the officers may be convinced unless the light of God intervenes. They are considering a temporary hold on you for investigation. That means they could take you in even without all the proof yet. Just enough suspicion is all they need, and she knows that. Type Amen to get blessing 555. There is a call happening soon between 2 departments. If that call goes a certain way, you could be listed in a nationwide watch database. This is not a small matter anymore, it's escalating. The tip she gave was full of dramatized details. She claimed you threatened someone, and now they are verifying phone logs. But the number she gave as yours isn't even yours, it belongs to someone else. But truth doesn't always run faster than lies unless heaven lifts it. That's why now you need to pray not just for protection, but for exposure. This woman must be revealed, not just stopped. Archangel Michael says, a document is being printed now with your name on it. The ink isn't dry yet, you still have time. But not much. Type Amen to get blessing 303. This tip-off came right after she overheard something you said. She twisted your words into an accusation. She saved a voice note, trimmed it, and sent it to them. They believed it because it sounded like a confession, but it was taken out of context. The original file was a joke between friends, but now it's weaponized. This is what spiritual warfare looks like in the physical. They are not just after your name, they are after your peace, your job, your destiny. If this moment is not handled spiritually, it will bleed into every area of your life. But heaven is watching, and intervention is near. Someone will feel convicted and speak up about the lie. but that person is battling their own fear. They are the one who knows the truth but are afraid of what might happen to them if they talk. Type Amen to get blessing 111. A warning will come to you in a dream tonight. You will see the uniform, you will see the woman's face. You must remember it when you wake. Don't dismiss it as imagination, it will be clear, vivid, sharp like a blade. That dream is your blueprint. You are not powerless, even when the world tries to make you feel so. Your silence is being used against you in their file. But heaven will give you a voice louder than evidence. Your calm will become your weapon, and your truth will outlive her lies. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear the sound of the siren if your spirit has already taken authority over the storm. This was not meant to be your end. It is a trial, not a sentence." Type Amen to get blessing 606. She's planning to cry again when they arrive. She'll pretend she's surprised that it went this far. But don't believe that, it's all part of the plan. She has also contacted someone from the media. They're ready to run a story the moment you're taken in. That is her ultimate aim, public shame, not justice, but it will backfire. Because light always exposes the architect of the lie before long. And when it happens, she will be the one questioned. There's still time to pray. Still time to shift this narrative. Still time to cancel every curse spoken in secret. Type Amen to get blessing 717. There's a file with your name, but there's also a heaven with your destiny. And that cannot be erased by envy. You are being protected even as this plot unfolds. Tonight, listen to the silence closely, it holds secrets. Trust your spirit, stay alert. A knock may come, but so will a divine hand to intercept it. Stay strong, stay seen by heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 999. She made sure to send in a text message, time-stamped and selective, as if it was sent by you. But in truth, she used a second phone under your name to send that message. A prepaid SIM, purchased with fake ID, now carries words you never typed but will be treated like your voice. The officer who received it didn't hesitate to escalate it. The message reads like a threat, and because of how it's phrased, it's being used as justification for emergency action. That one false message could open a cell door meant for you. There's a woman who laughed when she pressed send. She knew what this would cost you. But to her, it was worth it, because your presence reminds her of everything she failed to become. The station has logged you as pending review. This status gives them power without full evidence. It's how the system works when a story has been rehearsed well enough. Type Amen to get blessing 838. You are not just under investigation, they are preparing a restraint order based on her false statement. She has told them you have been stalking her. In truth, you've blocked her months ago and haven't seen her since. But the system doesn't need sight, they need storylines. And she's crafted one with precision. Her own bitterness is now a blade pointed at your freedom. Archangel Michael says, this is a dark cloud meant to pass, not remain. But if you let it go unnoticed, it will settle above your name. This is not just about you, it's about your destiny, your path, your light. In one of her reports, she gave them a list of names you supposedly intimidated, but 2 of those people don't even exist. They were invented, their details borrowed from old college data. Type Amen to get blessing 424. A background check is being run on you as you read this. They are looking for cracks. Even old unpaid fines or minor infractions are being marked as patterns, but your past does not define this moment. What defines it is how you call upon divine justice right now. Because she wants your past to speak louder than your truth, there's another level to this. She made a deposit in your name. A transaction she'll later accuse you of stealing. But the bank record will show the account never belonged to you in the first place. Her goal is not just arrest. It's complete discredit. She wants your job gone, your family doubting, your image stained. Type Amen to get blessing 626. She has scheduled a second statement in 3 days to strengthen the claim. That means this is only the beginning of the storm she's building. Her silence now is a tactic. She's letting the fear work its way through you. She has a lawyer ready. That lawyer has reviewed the lies and sees the loopholes, but doesn't care. For some people, truth isn't the goal, winning is. But heaven sees all strategies. And divine intervention is beginning to rise behind the veil. Someone unexpected will come to your defense. Archangel Michael says. The woman's story has a crack she doesn't notice. A small detail she forgot to align. That crack will be your exit. Type Amen to get blessing 377. 377. An old friend of hers is uncomfortable with what she's doing. That friend has screenshots and saved audio clips. That person has remained quiet, but the Spirit is stirring them now. There will be a moment of confession, but it will come only when you stay calm and resist the trap. The police are hoping you overreact, give them a reason to escalate. That's why they're watching more than your words, they're watching your emotions. A call was placed to your former employer. She told them you were under investigation. That was her backup plan. To ruin your credibility, even if the arrest doesn't happen, she's poisoned every well she could find. And now she waits in silence, hoping you crumble. Type Amen to get blessing 565. Do not crumble. Your strength must now rise like a fortress. You are not alone, even if it feels like it. There is a hidden force moving for you, unseen but deliberate. A delay is coming in the legal process, a delay that will buy you time to prove the forgery. And when that proof arrives, the case will flip on her. There will be a moment when they realize things don't add up. Her phone records will not match her timeline. A key detail she added, location, time, witness, will contradict itself, Archangel Michael says. This battle was not invited, but it is permitted to shape you. What comes after will be greater than what she tried to destroy. But you must pass through the fire. Type Amen to get blessing 101. Don't contact her. Don't defend yourself directly. That is what she wants, to bait you into panic. Let heaven deal with her. Let the system reveal her flaws. Let your silence speak volumes while evidence gathers itself like armor around your truth. This is not a war of fists. This is a war of facts, patience, and light, and darkness cannot last forever under the gaze of heaven. Her smile right now is temporary. She believes she has won, but she doesn't realize she has triggered a divine awakening that will shatter every lie she placed. Type Amen to get blessing 212. You are not losing, you are learning. You are not broken, you are being built. You are not forgotten, you are being framed for glory. This arrest will never happen, not if you rise now and let your faith move faster than fear. They may arrive, but they will leave confused. Because the Spirit of God will turn their hearts before they even touch the door. Archangel Michael says, "You will not fall, you will not be detained. You will not be ruined by fiction. But remember, this is your hour of battle, not to fight with fists, but with calm, faith, and strategy." The lie was loud, but truth has a power that roars. Type Amen to get blessing 727. They are looking at your social media now, searching for something to use against you. A caption, a post, a comment, but they won't find what they're seeking. Because what you carry can't be captured in a screenshot. You walk with a covering that shields even your silence. She forgot that heaven listens louder than police scanners. She forgot that protection is not just physical, but prophetic. And now, every move she makes is being recorded in the book of exposure. She placed a tip, but you carry a testimony. She plotted your arrest, but God is writing your rise. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The system may take her lies at face value now, but not for long. There is a paper trail she overlooked, one that doesn't match her claims. A receipt she forged will be her downfall, because the ink on that paper doesn't align with the timestamp of her call. Soon, someone in the investigation unit will raise a concern. They'll notice a file that doesn't connect. A quiet voice in that office will question the credibility of her story, and that moment will cause delay. She will panic when she hears of the delay. She will make another move, more aggressive, more desperate. That is when her cracks will show the most, and she will start undoing herself. You will be given a small window of grace, 72 hours where everything will start turning in your favor. But during that time, you must not speak carelessly. You must move wisely. Type Amen to get blessing 313. She has someone watching your house. That person was paid to observe your habits, your visitors, and your routines. Even your trash was sifted through, hoping to find anything incriminating. But nothing real ever came from it. So she planted a piece of evidence behind your property, a small USB drive. It's hidden in a place she hopes the police will find, and inside are fabricated texts she created herself. She plans to, accidentally, mention where to look when they arrive. It's all part of her twisted performance, but she doesn't know that the storm she sent is returning to her now. Archangel Michael says, her curse is being reversed. Her plan is collapsing beneath her feet. She wanted your downfall, but she'll soon need mercy herself. There is still an officer with a clean heart involved. That officer is questioning the motive behind her urgency. He'll be the one to slow things down and request more evidence before anything is executed. Type Amen to get blessing 454. You may hear a rumor soon. Someone may tell you that a case is already open under your name. Don't panic. That case is being disputed quietly by someone you least expect. An old friend from your past has heard of the situation. They work in the city's law division, and their spirit was moved to look into your name. They found the discrepancies and are silently flagging them to superiors. That friend was once distant, almost forgotten, but their return now is not random. Divine timing brought them into this moment to be a light in the legal system for you. Their voice will carry weight behind those courtroom doors. There's a file marked, urgent, in the inbox of the lieutenant who hasn't read it yet. That file contains a warning from someone who suspects the woman is lying. That file will be opened tonight. Type Amen to get blessing 747. She may smile in public, pretending to be calm. But behind the curtains, she's restless. She knows time is running out. She never expected things to get this far. She wanted fear, not consequences. But now her fake documents are being reviewed by people with experience. And doubt is growing. The forged messages are being analyzed. The tone doesn't match your writing history. Even AI forensic tools are picking up on this, and the authorities are starting to realize something isn't adding up. Archangel Michael says, the trap was set, but the floor beneath her is beginning to open. She will soon wish she never spoke your name in lies, because truth, when delayed, doesn't vanish, it strikes harder. Her plan required silence from heaven. But heaven never sleeps, you were never abandoned. Type Amen to get blessing 515. There's someone else involved with her, a man, someone you once helped, who gave her access to something confidential. He's the one who gave her access to the digital files she now uses against you. He was bribed with money, but guilt is now eating him. He has been silent, but in 2 days, he will speak. He'll confess in private and send an email to protect himself, naming her as the mastermind. She has already begun panicking. She reached out to him last night, asking him to stay quiet a little longer. But his heart is changing, and his silence is cracking. She will be exposed by her own partner in crime. His confession will dismantle everything. Her image of innocence will collapse like a mask soaked in water. Type Amen to get blessing 292. She thought this would ruin you. But instead, it's awakening strength within you that she never imagined. Your calm is confusing her. Each time she checks for news about your arrest, she gets nothing. That silence is burning her. She fears exposure more than anything now. Archangel Michael says, the sword she raised is now turning toward her. She mocked your peace, but it was that peace that kept you safe. Her chaos has no place in the divine timeline written for you. You were never created to be destroyed by gossip or jealousy. You carry a light that trials cannot extinguish. And now that light is blinding those who wished for your downfall. Type Amen to get blessing 600. She will try one final move before her fall. A last-minute lie, a desperate claim that she will regret forever. But it won't work. The officer who once believed her will confront her. He will ask questions she can't answer without trembling. The person from her past, the one who truly knows her, will give a statement. That person has receipts, audio clips, and a private journal entry she once shared. They will paint the real picture of who she is. Everything she did in the dark is about to be broadcast. Not for your shame, but for her accountability, and you will watch without revenge in your heart. Type Amen to get blessing 505. You will be vindicated publicly. Her lies will be unmasked before many. The same way she tried to disgrace you, she will face judgment. And it won't be your hands that punish her, it will be the very system she used. The law will turn against her when all truth is laid bare. Archangel Michael says, her name will become a warning to others, and your name will become a testimony. They will speak of how you endured and never bowed to falsehood. You are not a criminal, you are not what she claimed. You are anointed, appointed, and divinely preserved. Type Amen to get blessing 121. You may be tired now. You may feel numb. But don't give up, you are on the final stretch of this dark season. The breakthrough is near. The false accusation is already unraveling behind the scenes. You'll soon receive a call that begins with an apology. That officer will say, "There were inconsistencies." That's when you'll know the turn has begun. The very ones who were sent to arrest you will end up protecting you. And the ones who laughed behind your back will weep at your victory. Type Amen to get blessing 848. Your future remains untouched. No charge will stick to you. No record will define you. She will vanish from your path. And her silence after the storm will be the loudest proof of all. You will rebuild better, stronger, and wiser. The enemy overplayed his hand. Now justice will rise. And you, chosen one, will stand tall again. Yes, let us continue and complete the full divine warning. Because what's unfolding around your name right now isn't just a situation. It's a battle for your soul's peace. She has already begun preparing her own escape plan. She suspects the truth is catching up. And now she started deleting conversations, wiping her device clean. But what she doesn't know is, screenshots already exist, and witnesses have already begun shifting. The man who helped her is feeling the weight of guilt. He's not sleeping. He replays what he did each night and wonders if it's too late to undo it. It is he who will make the call that changes the entire direction of this trap. His voice will carry the one detail she never planned for, the original motive. He'll reveal how it started with a joke. A game to scare you. But it turned into a storm she couldn't stop. Type Amen to get blessing 313. You were meant to break that day. But instead, you became stronger. You stayed silent and let the battle unfold while heaven lined up your defenders in shadows. You may have cried alone. You may have wondered why this was allowed, but now it will all make sense, because the enemy needed to be exposed before your next level. A promotion in your future was seen by her spirit before you saw it in the physical. That's why she acted fast, with desperation. She wanted to stain your name so badly that people would fear trusting you again. But her weapon backfired. And the very people she convinced will now walk away from her. She will be labeled not just a liar, but dangerous.